Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode. Every single kid in the class was shocked to the core. The police walked right up to the new kid during their lesson and dragged him away in front of everyone. Was he really what they said he was? Did the police move just in time to stop a tragedy, with the FBI looking into the case? Asher Potts was an honor student at Pennsylvania's Harrisburg High School. He wanted to go to a top college and then work as an aerospace engineer afterward. The ambitious pilot had a bright future, which was even more amazing when you thought about his troubled past in foster care. Asher did have a dark secret, though, and it was about to come out. Asher worked 2 hard jobs in a grocery store and a kitchen to save up money for his doctorate. However, he quickly learned that his small salary wouldn't even come close to covering the costs. He looked at some shadier choices because he was so determined to reach his goals. But this was only the start of a very deep light tunnel that would lead all the way to the FBI. Asher had bigger problems at home before he could come up with a plan to protect his future. The ambitious student said that his adopted parents, Stephane and Mike Potts, had become cruel and life had become unbearable with them. He needed to get out of there badly. He did something very bad one day that got him put in handcuffs. Asher had 2 hard jobs and schoolwork on top of that. He also didn't like how he was treated like a helper at home. He told the family that took him in, "I could not say no to anything they asked of me." The soon-to-be college graduate quickly packed his bags and left, then went to a nearby shelter. Asher got an interesting call while curled up in his bunk at rock bottom. A school friend of Asher's called him to offer help. For some reason, the boy's parents decided to help him get out of the home and stay with them. He was a really great young man. Wally McClintock said he was polite, smart, and seemed to have a plan for his life. However, the father was about to change his mind about how good Asher was. Asher was accepted into a school's military program and a famous flight school. Just when things were looking up for him, he found out that his foster parents had told the police what was going on. Asher knew he couldn't stay with his friend for long, but he really didn't want to go back to his foster parents. He said he would do anything. Asher's lawyer, Adam Klein, said, "From what I understand, his intentions were good. And everybody at Harrisburg High School didn't have a bad thing to say about him. He was a great student by all accounts," said Ed Marsico, the district attorney for Dauphin County. He did a lot of volunteer work in the community and was in the Reserve Officer Training Corps. But things were much stranger than that. Asher had a hard time focusing on the lesson that day because he was afraid of having to talk to the police when he got home from class. But when cops stormed into the room and dragged him outside while his friends gasped in shock, he realized they knew a lot more than he thought. He would get some serious time in prison for this. Artur Samarin, a 22-year-old newcomer from Ukraine, was really Asher Potts. He came to the U.S. on a short visa to follow the American dream. He lied about being 17 years old so that the Potts family could adopt him, which would have let him stay and go to school for free. The Potts family helped him stay in the country, but they had grown suspicious of him and said he was planning something much more dangerous to make sure everyone would know his name. Artur was charged with document theft and statutory sexual assault for sleeping with a 15-year-old. His adoptive mother told the FBI that they thought he was planning a terror attack on the school because he had talked about other shootings and blowing the school up. Stephane was given 5 months in jail for her part in the crimes. Artur did his time for less than a year before being sent back to Ukraine. The con artist hasn't given up yet, though. Artur still says that he wasn't completely to blame for what happened and that the US government was unfair to him because he was trying to go to school and live the American dream. He is working hard at school in Ukraine right now. "A coal doesn't want to be a coal," Artur said in a talk after the events. "It really wants to be a diamond." How hard could it be for him to follow his dreams? That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for more amazing stories.